Who has the authority to regulate government? The lie. Government officials want people to believe that government rules the people. They want us to think government regulates itself and the people have no business questioning its actions. According to our constitutions, this is not true. Watch and learn the truth government does not want you to know. What does regulate mean? Regulate means to fix, establish, or control. It means to adjust by rule, method, or established mode, to direct by rule or restriction, to subject to governing principles or laws. It also means to put in good order as to regulate the disordered state of a nation or its finances. It means to subject to rules or restrictions, as to regulate trade or to regulate diet. What do constitutions say about regulating government? You might be surprised to know that several of our state constitutions actually talk about regulating government. This is from the Georgia Constitution, Article 1, Paragraph 2, entitled Object of Government. It states, "The people of the state have the inherent right of regulating their internal government. Government is instituted for the protection, security, and benefit of the people, and at all times they have the right to alter or reform the same whenever the public good may require it." And an inherent right does not come from government officials. It means you are born with it. It came from God, and no one can take it from you. A guaranteed exclusive right. In the Maryland Constitution, Declaration of Rights, Article 4, it states that the people of the state have the sole and exclusive right of regulating the internal government and police thereof, as a free, sovereign, and independent state. It doesn't say other government officials, judges, or the Department of Justice. It says the people of the state have the exclusive right of regulating the internal government. Inherent, sole, and exclusive right. In the North Carolina Constitution, Article 1, Section 3, entitled Internal Government of the State, it says, "The people of the state have the inherent, sole, and exclusive right of regulating the internal government and police thereof, and of altering or abolishing their constitution and form of government whenever it may be necessary to their safety and happiness. But every such right shall be exercised in pursuance of law and consistently with the Constitution of the United States." So do the people of this nation have a right to investigate what happened on January 6th and what the Capitol Police and Speaker of the House did or did not do? Yes, we have that right. The people are the ones that have the sole right. That means nobody else has that right, only the people. Inquiries. Blocking the people's inquiries into any governmental actions violates the people's declared rights and is a breach of an official's trust agreement. The people alone have the exclusive right to regulate government. So when we have reporters at the White House asking questions, that reporter is one of we the people, and those reporters have every right to ask their questions, and the government is required to provide answers. Maxims of law. And maxims of law are fundamental principles of law. 51b. The government is to be subject to the law, for the law makes the government. So this is very important. We have to hold the government accountable to law because the government was created by law. 51k. The law is not to be violated by those in government. 51r. As usurpation is the exercise of power which another has a right to, so tyranny is the exercise of power beyond the right, which nobody can have a right to. So that means that government, when they try to reach beyond their granted authority, that becomes tyranny because they're outside of their granted authority. 7k. Whose it is to institute, his it is also to abrogate. It is the people that instituted government, so it is also the people's right to abrogate or to nullify government when needed. All political power. The people have the sole exclusive right to regulate the government. Why? The people are the only ones with all political power, not the government. And here's a couple examples from state constitutions, and there are more than just these two. In the Colorado Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, it says, All political power is vested in and derived from the people. All government of right originates from the people, is founded upon their will only, and is instituted solely for the good of the whole. And the Hawaii Constitution, Article 1, Section 1. All political power of this state is inherent in the people, and the responsibility for the exercise thereof rests with the people. All government is founded on this authority. Most state constitutions have similar wording stating the people have all political power. So government is not over the people. The people are actually over government. Patrick Henry, he was one of the members of the Continental Congress from 1774 to 1775. He said, "The Constitution is not an instrument for the government to restrain the people. It is an instrument for the people to restrain the government, lest it come to dominate our lives and interests." John Jay, he was one of the first Chief Justices of the Supreme Court from 1789 to 1795. He said, "America belongs to we the people. It does not belong to Congress. It doesn't belong to special interest groups. It does not belong to the courts. It belongs to we the people." Summation. The people have the sole and exclusive right and responsibility to regulate the government. Government regulation includes the legislative, executive, and judicial branches. Also included is the CIA, FBI, and Department of Justice, and the police and sheriffs, and every government agency that exists. The people have the right to question and investigate operations of government. The people have the right to expect answers from government's officials and the right to hold all public officials accountable to the law. The people alone have the responsibility and task to put government back in good order. Government belongs to the people. Government is our child, and we are responsible for correcting any illicit behavior it produces. It's as if we are parents that have been sitting on a bench on the playground of politics, and our children, the government, has run amok. It's time that we, the parents, get up off the bench, step onto the playground, and start controlling and directing our children, the government. The big lie. Government controls and regulates the people. No, the people control and regulate the government. Remember, the main object of government is the protection and preservation of personal rights, private property, and public liberties, and upholding the law of God. It is up to us to regulate and control the government to ensure that they fulfill their requirements. Thank you for watching, and please share this with others to share the knowledge.